Burns Night is coming up. It's the chance in the year to celebrate the life and the writing of a Scottish poet, Robert Burns. Burns was known as the ploughman poet. William Hazlitt said that he held the pen with the same firm, manly grasp as he held the plough. And he once said that he was charged to write of his natal soil, of his life as a ploughman and his upbringing in his native Ayrshire. But he was also a poet who became hugely popular around the world. It's said that Abraham Lincoln could recite many Burns poems by heart and did so often. When Muhammad Ali came to Scotland, he wanted to visit the cottage in which Robert Burns was born. And there's a great photograph of Muhammad Ali there at the cottage. And I want to read a poem, one that Burns wrote in 1786, when he was 27 years old. And it's an occasional poem. It's a poem that's about something that happened to him when he was out plowing a field. And it's called To a Mountain Daisy. It goes like this. Wee, modest crimson-tipped flower, thou's met me in an evil hour, for I mun crush among the stour thy slender stem. To spare thee now is past my power, thy bonny gem. Alas, it's no thy neighbour sweet, the bonny lark companion meet, bending thee mong the dewy wheat with speckled breast, when upward springing blithe to greet the purpling east. Cold blew the bitter biting north upon thy early humble birth. Yet cheerfully thou glinted forth amid the storm, scarce reared above the parent earth thy tender form. The flaunting flowers our gardens yield, high sheltering woods was mon shield, but thou beneath the random bleeld o' clod or stone adorns the histy stubble field, unseen, alone. There, in thy scanty mantle clad, thy snowy bosom sunward spread, thou lifts thy unassuming head in humble guise. But now the share uptears thy bed, and lo, thou lies. Such is the fate of artless maid, sweet floweret of the rural shade, by love's simplicity betrayed, and guileless trust, till she, like thee, all soil is laid low in the dust. Such is the fate of simple bard, on life's rough ocean luckless starred, unskilful he to note the card of prudent lore, till billows rage and gales blow hard and whelm him o'er. Such fate to suffering worth is given, who long with wants and woes has striven, by human pride or cunning driven to misery's brink, till wretched of every stay but heaven, he, ruined, sink. Even thou who mournest the daisy's fate, that fate is thine, no distant date. Stern ruined plowshare drives elate, full on thy bloom, till crushed beneath the furrow's weight shall be thy doom. And this is a poem of such simple beauty, but also one that turns to a grim note. And it's perhaps prescient that Burns would only live another 10 years after writing this poem. He died at the age of 37, but left us some of the most remarkable poetry that the world has ever seen.